Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. Welcome to the Rising of the Dreamerverse Halloween edition. For those of you watching on video, as you can see, we got a little surprise for you in the spirit of Halloween this year. But here's my boy Yemi today. We're going to talk about our initial thoughts on the Spider-Man 2 video game, and then also we're going to kind of elaborate on just kind of how we feel about the 8 Spider-Man movies that have been released as well. Well, I guess technically it would be 9 now with the Miles ones. 2 Miles, 2 Andrew, and then 3 for both Tom and Tobey. So we're going to get into that today and talk about Spider-Man. Welcome to the Rising of the Dreamerverse. How we doing today, Yemi? How we doing today? How we doing?
Good, bro. How are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. You look good in that mask over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, how the actors did this. Like wearing this fucking mask, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm basically if Peter Parker went to Hogwarts over here. So I got the Ravenclaw robe on with the Spider-Man mask, and
I like it.
Got Yemi over here is basically Hoodie Miles, I'd say.
A little Miles Morales style, into the Spider-Verse, I would say.
Yeah. But no, yeah, we're here to talk today about our initial thoughts on the Spider-Man 2 game that dropped last Friday. And then, we're also going to then talk about just the movies and just kind of what we think about all of the movies that have released so far and kind of how we feel about them. We'll rank them and just, talk about the future of Spider-Man, which is always it seems to be always bright in the universe here for us. So but before we do get to all that, we do actually want to talk about some top 5 recommendations, which you mind throwing me that notebook over there, Yemi?
Yeah, I got you. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we got some top 5 recommendations from our
listeners.
Bear with me here while I try to read
for our listeners. Shout out to you guys. Like we said before, keep sending us your top 5, top 5 video games, top 5 anime, top 5 superhero movies. Send them our way. You can even, throw in, there's top 5.
All right, I think I found them. Bear with me. I'm going to try to read these through the mask on a piece of paper. But
it's a struggle.
We got some top 5 recommendations. We got 3 guys that gave us their top 5 superhero movie recommendations. So we're gonna list those. We'll list the person first. We'll list their top 5 first, and then we'll say who said it, and then kind of just talk about it a little bit, and then we'll go into the next one. We'll spend a little bit of time on each of them, just see. If any of our top 5s kind of align with their top 5s, or if maybe they're completely different. So the first one, I'm going to give a big shout out here to Tayo, Yemi's brother. Sending us his top 5.
Big bro, shout out to you, bro.
We got his top 5 is The Dark Knight. We got Blade 2, Logan, Captain America Winter Soldier, and then Into the Spider-Verse in his top 5.
And then the honorary mention of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original one that came out in 1990.
Directed by Steve Barron, correct?
Yep, directed by Steve Barron. So this is the one where it was basically dudes dressed up in the turtle suit, but the mouth and the eyes were puppeteered. by, I think
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, which is wild. John Henkins, or sorry if I'm butchering that, but who basically handles the Muppets and all that. So yeah,
trying to look.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
And then a second honorable mention that Tayo gave us was Constantine as well with Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah. Constantine.
Wanted to mention that as well.
Classic.
But yeah, I guess as far as his top 5 goes, I think the 2 that match up for me would be Into the Spider-Verse and then Dark Knight. For you, I think would be
Logan.
Into and then Logan as well.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, no, Into, Logan, and then the Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight's number 1 for me.
That's right. So, no, that's a solid top 5 right there. I honestly don't have any too many, I guess. What is it? Issues with it or any I'm trying to find the right word. I can't think of it. Well, I'm trying to also read through this mask, probably looking like an idiot, trying to talk to you guys too at the same time. It's funny though. I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna get through this whole episode with this thing on. He's already got it off.
I'm off.
He's already off.
Good.
No, I don't got any. I guess any oppositions to that list. I think it's a good list. I think he's got some good recommendations in there. Blade 2 as well, which I guess is one of the newest ones that we haven't heard yet before for a top 5. So appreciate you, Todd. Thank you for sending that top 5 in, and thank you for listening. We appreciate it. All right, man, this mask is foggy.
Yeah, that's what happened with me too. It was starting to get foggy and I couldn't see it. I was like, all right, I feel like I gotta get my glasses out and like I gotta like hold it like super far away or like. You want me to read the next one?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? Why don't you go ahead? Just so I don't have to look like a complete idiot over here.
All right, so let's go for the next one. We'll shout out let's just go with Wyatt's.
We'll go Wyatt.
Yeah, he had number 5, Black Panther. Number 4, No Way Home. Number 3, Endgame. Number 2, Logan. And number 1, Across the Spider-Verse. What do you think about that list?
I think it's just knowing Wyatt and knowing that we've been in the Spider-Man group for as long as we have and have talked about this.
Yeah.
Wyatt, where's Spider-Man 2? Tobey.
Where's Spider-Man 2?
You've talked about it? Yeah, where's the Dark... dude, wait, that's the other thing. It's all Marvel.
It is.
There's no Marvel. DC.
Yeah.
And you even like DC?
I mean, it's a great... I'm
No, I think it's the list is fine. Across No Way Home. No, I appreciate him putting No Way Home on there because he knows how much I love that movie and just the trio of Spider-Man uniting in that movie as well. But no, I mean it's a fine list, I guess. But I think he's realizing how hard it is now to do the top 5 as quick as he did it.
very quick. So
but maybe that's his top 5. Yeah. Maybe that's his top 5 currently. So we respect it. Thank you. Thank you for sending that in, Wyatt. And we appreciate you listening as well. Yeah. So thank you.
And then we got another one, Copley.
Justin Copley. That's my boy Justin Copley. Shout out to Justin Copley. I went to college with him. So he gave us his top 5 as well. And I think his list is pretty different from ours also.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to Wyatt's though. I'm looking at Wyatt. Yeah, so I'll start with 5. Number 5 is Joker.
Okay.
Number 4 is Black Panther.
Black Panther. Yeah, no, Copley's a big Black Panther fan.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that being in that list.
Number 3 is Dark Knight.
Okay.
Number 2 is Endgame. And number 1 is No Way Home.
No Way Home.
I like that.
See, I definitely got to give a shout out to the guys putting No Way Home in the top 5s because that's definitely a good. I think, in my opinion, also one of the top movies that Marvel's come out with. Definitely in the most, especially as of late. But also when it comes to Spider-Man, or superheroes in general, I think it's. I think it's a stellar movie. So
yeah, No Way Home hit for sure. It hit on the nostalgia. It hit on the pretty much everything.
All 3 of them coming together.
All 3 coming together.
Then just imagine if we ever had the 4. Get a little.
Oh, that's. I mean,
four in the future.
That's probably gonna happen in the future.
So,
but I love the Endgame too. Endgame was just a. Who would have thought that would have happened? Like everyone, it's Thanos, and they brought everyone in the Avengers, and just like all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, in terms of just like magnitude, like with like the amount of like I guess characters. People and characters. Yeah, like nothing beats Endgame in that regard.
Yeah,
I would love to say that No Way Home could compete, but it doesn't. There's not that many superheroes in that movie. It's just the Spider-Man and then the villains. But no, his is a good list. I also wanted to give a shout out to him putting Joker in there because Joker is not necessarily, I guess, if you want to consider like superhero. Cause I believe he's referring to the Joaquin Phoenix version, the most recent. Yeah. Because obviously, we never got. I don't think we've ever had another. Is there other probably maybe older movies, maybe an older Joker movie?
No solo Joker.
Joker.
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah. So no, I like that shout because even though I guess technically his Joker is doesn't really have that like superhero-y like vibe. It's more of like a life story kind of thing. And just kind of like him going through, essentially going crazy. It's still DC. It's still technically a part of the DC universe as well. But it's definitely like a different take compared to like all the other superhero movies that we're seeing in these top fives too. But
No, that's real.
no, we appreciate that, Cobley. Thank you. Thank you for sending that top five in, and we definitely we like your list and appreciate you for listening, my man. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. So yeah, we have more too, but we'll save that. That's
we want to save some of those, and then also I think some of the top fives too that we've gotten are kind of specific, maybe to like anime or whatever. So we're gonna actually save some of those for those specific episodes. We also kind of want just want to spread the top five love out across. Sorry if you can hear my dog right now. He is barking.
Yeah.
Anyway. Those top fives are solid. I think those are the only top fives that in regarding to superheroes that we have right now. So, we appreciate it, and thank you guys all for taking the time to do that. Leave us those reviews or DM us. Either way, we definitely appreciate it.
It means a lot. Yeah. It means a lot. Keep sending them in. Keep supporting. Keep writing reviews. More reviews we get, more higher rating we move up in the Spotify and Apple communities.
Yeah, you can leave us reviews on both Apple and Spotify too. We'll see them both because we got I think at least one from Apple so far, and then
one on Apple.
We got quite a few on Spotify too. So. Yeah, well, hey, those are the top fives. Keep them coming, because we want to keep discussing them. But yeah, let's move on into today's discussion.
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2 video game, man, that just came out last Friday.
Yeah,
what are you thinking? How you feeling?
So it dropped last Friday.
Also, I guess we don't. Do we want to spoil? We're not going to spoil anything.
Nah, no spoilers.
We won't have any spoilers. We won't even. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, no spoilers.
We won't even talk about the opening.
Nah, because some people haven't played the game yet.
Right,
so we we'll kind of leave it as far as we can talk about just the mechanics of the game.
You just got to talk about your thoughts. We'll talk about my thoughts, and we'll just leave it on suspense.
Yeah. So my initial thoughts, I mean, I played it Friday morning.
When it dropped?
Yeah, well, like 9 a.m.
Yep. I mean the day that.
Yeah, the day that it dropped, and I was blown away. I would just say I was blown away by the opening. Of course, it was like, damn, this is like a really good opening. Like introducing you to the mechanics again, and then allowing you to play with the characters of Miles and Peter. I really enjoyed how fluid everything is. They changed up the gameplay as far as like what you can do. Yeah, and I mean, I probably put like 4 or 5 hours into the game that day. But I really like it just feels more fluid. They've added, just the way you web sling. It's just clearly Miles and Peter have different styles as far as how they web sling.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, so it just feels like they added that specific element. Not that wasn't featured in the Miles game, but it's more apparent like when you play with both. Like it's just like they have
different moves,
different moves, different elegance. Different.
Well, and then they added they got the new movement, new traversal. Kind of
the fast travel. Have you used it?
Well, I've used the fast travel.
I've never really used it.
Well, have you used the web wings though too?
The web wings.
I'm talking about the web wings. The fast travel is definitely dope. It works. It works. It's pretty quick. Like it's not. It does not take that long to load.
Yeah, I will say the web wings is it's perfect.
The web wings are sick.
And I would initially say like when I was like, they added that, I was like, man, it's gonna take away the web swings, but web slinging. But it's so dynamic as far as just including that, because you can just swing and then flow into the web sling or web wings, and then you can switch back. It adds so much. It just fits so perfect with the game. Like
I think the one thing too with like this year's game, with just how much bigger the map is, and just how much more alive it is, and like even distance from building to building is like you can tell like there's distance between building to building now. Like at least more to me, it's more apparent than the first two games.
Absolutely.
It's easier to like seamlessly kind of switch between the wings and then the web sling, and then it not make it like too clunky. You're like you're like running into stuff or anything.
Yeah, even like like I think in the first game you were like anytime you would hit water, and I found this out on my own. Like anytime you hit water, you would just you like either fall and you can't really swim or all that. They've added this element of like being able to kind of surf, which is like which is really really cool.
Really sick.
I mean there's still things I'm still figuring out. I will say I think I'm halfway through it right now. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, TD, what do you think of the game?
So
Your initial thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. We'll keep to the initial thoughts.
Yeah.
But I did not get to play the game on launch day, unfortunately. Technically, even like really like long. Well, I guess technically I did play it on launch weekend because I played it late Sunday night. But I was out of town from like Thursday through Sunday. I was not in the state of Ohio, so unfortunately. Could not play Spider-Man until I got back. Had a great time though down in North Carolina with my buddies. No, I played basically from like 10 p.m. that night until about 3 a.m. that morning, same morning or next morning. And yeah, all I got to say is wow. Like the game is definitely like a massive improvement from both the first and second, the Peter version and the Miles Morales, first two games. It's to me a massive improvement even from those.
Yeah, it is.
I think, like you were saying, with the movement, the web slinging, the features, they just kind of tuned it up a notch, and like adding in the web wings just makes it even better.
Yeah.
Like there's even more style and flair that you can kind of add to, your movement around the city. So
Absolutely.
I think initially my first thoughts on the game is just, hell of an improvement, and just the way it feels, the way you can switch between characters, definitely feels way better between, from the original games. Not that you could obviously switch between characters in the first two, but a lot of people I think were a little bit nervous by them adding that, and
super nervous. I was
long load times or like glitches and with switching or anything like that. Hopefully my mask is still centered.
It is, surprisingly.
People were, I think, nervous about that. I really wasn't. I thought, well, if they were gonna add it, then they kind of knew what they were doing, I think, and especially with how like much they said it was gonna be seamless. Like they knew that their system was pretty much like sure will, and it was gonna work. So props to Insomniac, because that switching system between the two characters is seamless. It does not take long at all to load. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
A couple seconds if that, and you continue playing the game, and when you switch, I guess this could be kind of a spoiler, but when you switch and from character to character, it doesn't like just switch you and you're like perched up on a ledge somewhere. You switch and you're actively in a swinging motion on the move to go to it. So that way, if you're trying to fast travel, or if you're trying to like do something like go to a crime or something like that, it's super easy to do. It's super on the move, and it's like I have repeated myself now, super seamless. And again, well done, Insomniac. Well done. Yeah. And also, I guess, even just off the initial first part of the game, I love the new advanced suit, and I love Miles's new suit. Upgraded suit, and then also all the pre-order suits that I was able to kind of mess around with. Like those are pretty cool as well. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't really see myself going back to any of those pre-order suits after I progressed through the game.
That's what's so funny, because I was trying to decide as far as which game I wanted to get, the standard version or like the $79.99.
Yep.
Or the $79.99 version to get those suits. And I went with that version, and then I haven't really used those suits.
There's probably one suit.
Well, I like the cape one.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. The cape one is probably one that I'll see myself like switching.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm definitely gonna like go back and continue playing and all that, and probably just wear different stuff that I haven't done so far. And that's the beauty of it, with having as many suits as you have in the game. You can basically have a new suit on each crime fight you go to. Like you can literally switch. You can go fight a crime, then stop, switch a suit, go fight another crime, or go do a part of the story, switch suit. It's insane. Yeah. It's insane how like easy it is, and how awesome it is. Just to be able to do that. Oh, the combat. Yeah, the combat's.
It's improved.
I'm so glad that they went away with that wheel. The gadget wheel, and now it's just like on a you press the triggers, and then or the RB or LB or R1 L1, and then you have the use the button that corresponds with it. But dude, it's so much better than the wheel that you used to have, and because that used to make combat take forever.
Yeah, it slows down the combat. Now it's more fluid, where you can you can just, like you said, just touch the whatever that button is on the controller, like and then you just switch to like whatever move you want to use. And honestly forgot about the wheel till I was at my homie's crib yesterday, and he's playing Spider-Man on PC, and then I saw the wheel. I was like, damn, this like kind of takes away. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they've definitely improved on every single thing. Like it reminds me of like how Batman Arkham Asylum was like great, and then they just improved on it with Arkham City. Like they all added so much new elements, made it more like open world. Right. So I think this is just kind of like to compare a game like their Arkham City.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm do you want to, like, even though I'm saying this, but like, do you want to mention the fact that you've already
Oh yeah, no, we can talk about it.
Yeah, you've already. Yeah, this guy's already beat the game.
I didn't. I didn't just beat it.
Yeah, and he platinumed it.
Yeah, it's already platinumed.
He's a gamer, bro.
Completed every achievement. So
he's a beast.
I'm now gonna go back and probably replay the story mode on both. Because I'll be honest with you,
different difficulty.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. When I first played through it, I played it on just the amazing difficulty, which is like middle of the road. Like, it's not super challenging. It still kind of is in my opinion, but it's not like super challenging, and you kind of get to enjoy the actual story. That was kind of like, that's kind of the goal I have, especially with story mode games, and that have different difficulty settings. If I want to enjoy the story, I'm going to play it on kind of just like an easier, I guess you could say, setting. I'm not playing on like friendly or anything like that, but I beat it on amazing, max level, all of that. You know, got every achievement, did all of the missions, and then my goal now is to go back, because they don't have New Game Plus yet on the game, which that's gonna get added probably eventually, and especially if they end up adding any DLC or anything like that.
DLC is definitely coming.
But what though? That's the question, and I don't think you can really discuss this until you beat the game, so we gotta wait. But anyway, dude, there's plenty of DLC that could happen. So yeah, no, I'm gonna go back and play the game now on Spectacular. I'm gonna try to beat it on Spectacular, and then I'm gonna beat it on Ultimate as well. I want to try to beat it on all three, and then also
a gamer.
Also, my goal is, because I'll be honest with you guys, I have not platinumed the first Spider-Man on Well, it didn't even come out on PS5 originally. PS4, I don't remember if it was platinum back then too or not, but if they changed that system. But either way, I don't think
there was platinum.
I don't think I platinumed it on PS4 anyway either, and I definitely haven't platinumed the first Spider-Man or Spider-Man Remaster technically on PS5. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna I beat Miles Morales, and I restarted playing the first Spider-Man just to kind of like get in the mood to play Spider-Man 2. But my goal now is to go back and platinum both those games as well. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that soon.
One shout out to him too is a lot of people, when I was reading about it, some people have turned down the web assistance, and you guys will notice this. For those who been playing the game, there's this level of web assistance that helps you with basically like not get messed up while you're web slinging.
It just makes it easier. Yeah, and if you're like about to like fall and hit the ground, like there's like this, if you're all the way up, like you only really notice it if you like really look for it. But like if you're like diving towards the ground and you get really close and then hit it, web assistance will actually make you hover back up and then continue swinging. So it's
this guy turned down that completely. And you played it the entire game on 0, right? Or did you adjust
I turned it back up a little bit.
Okay.
Towards the end, only because I wanted to see if I could do that loop-de-loop move with the. Yeah, and I still couldn't, so I'm maybe just gonna turn it back down again. It doesn't matter to me. And honestly, the loop-de-loop, it's cool, but
you don't know how to do it?
No, I know how to do it. It doesn't work on my. I'm telling you, it like I will show you it after this podcast. If you want me to, I will show you me diving and me try to hold it and do the loop-de-loop, and it doesn't do it.
You try both controllers?
I've tried everything.
Wow.
I've tried.
Oh yeah, he has a fucking special edition Spider-Man controller. Oh, yeah. And then speaking of special edition, let's bring it out.
Handle this little nice and carefully, but we got the 19 inches of Venom.
Hey yo.
Right here.
Hey yo.
But get it a little bit of that if you haven't.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. So you see Miles on one end, Peter on the other, and they're fighting Venom. It's fucking dope.
Pre-order special.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, those are my initial thoughts on the game. Obviously, I've beaten the entire game, so I'm begging Yemi to finish it so I can actually talk to him about it.
Hey,
There's so much, dude. I'm not gonna ruin the game.
Yeah.
All I want to say is there's so much to talk about once you beat this thing. There's so much to talk about.
I will say this. I'll probably beat it within like 2 weeks, maybe. So just give me 2 weeks. We'll see.
Right, I'm gonna need you to bump that up, brother. I'm gonna need you to speed that up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Because I'm just like, my thing with games now, like I used to like kind of just go through and just beat them like pretty quickly, and now I just like to like bask in it a little bit. I don't want it to end. I want to enjoy it, but I feel like my pace, I'll probably beat it in like for sure 2 weeks.
I mean, dude, you're pretty.
'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna revisit the game after I beat it. I mean, I may. I mean,
you don't think you'll
well, I'll still play Miles. I'll still play Miles, but like I got another game on my list too, Tears of the Kingdom. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat that by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you beat Spider-Man before Tears of the Kingdom, then I'm gonna suggest that Spider-Man 2 is a better game.
Nah,
I'm joking. I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
I know the hype between both, but I was just joking because if you beat the one before the other, maybe you enjoyed the Spider-Man one a little bit more.
Spider-Man's just easy to play. Tears is easy to play too, but it's so massive, man. It's like it's just
there's probably a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Yeah. So, but yeah, back to Spider-Man. Give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks.
All right, I can give you 2 weeks. All right. Well, while those 2 weeks continue on, why don't we get into the Spider-Man movies? We're going to talk about the live action and the animated today. So that's going to include Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, including Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, and then we're going to talk about the Amazing Spidey 1 and 2.
Andrew Garfield
and Emma Stone. We're not gonna like deep dive and synopsis all of these because I know a lot of you guys have already seen them, and we're just gonna give our thoughts, what we think about them, rank them, and just kind of talk about kind of what these movies kind of did for us as kind of kids growing up, I guess, as well, because I guess the only ones that I've gotten in adulthood really are technically Tom.
Yeah, and so we're gonna discuss the MCU Spidey's, the trilogy of that, and then we're gonna also discuss Into the Spider-Verse, Miles's 2 films that are out, and
eventual trilogy.
Yeah, eventual trilogy. But hopefully the third one drops 2024.
Yeah. All right. So why don't we start here?
Yeah.
With those
Toby's.
It's 9, right? Yeah, 9 movies. 3, 5, 8. No, is that 10? 10 movies?
Yeah, 3, 5, 8. Yeah, it's 10.
10 movies. All
10
right,
movies.
So 10 movies. Rank these 10 movies. I want you to try to do it one. Try to give me actual 1 through 10, which you think is.
That's 10, fucking
10
tough.
Down to 1. Try to give me that.
That's too.
Before we deep dive into any of these and tell them which ones we like and all that, because I'll be honest with you, I think my rankings won't match my favorite Spider-Man, if that makes sense.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you're saying that the one is better, but you still have a favorite one.
I'm saying like the movie, like in terms of who I think like my favorite Spider-Man is.
Your favorite Spider-Man actor.
Yeah, compared to like what rank all these movies
I got you.
It might not necessarily match. You know what I mean? So
I got you. I got you.
All right, give me your 1 through 10. Let's go.
All right.
Let's see it.
I'm gonna so
no time. I'm not gonna time you, so don't act no pressure here.
I'm taking my time. So 10 is definitely gonna be Spider-Man 3.
Oh God, you're
Raimi. Spider-Man 3 is definitely that's the worst.
Disrespectful.
Number 9, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Garfield. That wasn't it. Sorry, but it's not on him. It's more on the studio. They got in the way of that film. Even Mark Webb, the director, said it like the studio wanted him to go one way, and it's the same thing with the Raimi one. They got in the way. So typically, when you see a movie go,
I love 3.
Yeah, I mean, I love 3 too. I think, and I like elements of Spider-Man 2. I like Spider-Man 2, Garfield's suit. That's one of my favorite suits.
Oh, the suits. Yeah,
the suit is fire. Number 8 is Spider-Man Garfield 1. The Amazing Spider-Man, number 8. Number 7 is
gonna have to be probably Tom, right?
Number 7 is Spider-Man Far From Home with Mysterio.
You didn't like it that much?
Nah,
Dude, I feel like that is like honestly like out of the trilogy, like one of the more favorited.
Is it
for some people? I'm not saying like everybody.
Yeah, no, it's a hit or miss.
I've seen reaction like positive reactions to that movie.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think like I have to be honest. I've only watched it probably like once, and then I try to rewatch it again. I never really finished it. Like it's just different. Like it feels weird to have like the movie is not. It's so strange to say, but it's not really centered in New York. Like for those who have seen it, like it's centered like
London, right? Well, they're kind of they bounce around a little.
Yeah,
bit, right?
It's like so, and it was bringing the issue of what I have with Holland's Spider-Man. Like I do enjoy the youth aspect of it, but I just think he relies too much on like Tony Stark's tech, like. But yeah, we'll dive into that when we talk about our favorite Spider-Mans. All right, so that's
a fair point.
Yeah, so
he's not gonna be able to now.
So. Right. So which I enjoy that they did that to give him more.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah,
we talk about kind of like the future of,
right?
Because there's definitely a future for all. I think.
Nah, for sure. So that was 7. Yeah, Far From Home. Number 6 is the Homecoming. I think Homecoming is really, really good.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, that's tough. Like, Homecoming's really, really good. Because I was like, finally, yes. You know, you get to see the Tony Stark that, you know, he's mentoring him. You're like, oh, finally, like Peter is being mentored by, well, no, it's just, he's just young. It's like, damn, like Holland, like this is like, finally, like we get to see Spider-Man, like an actor who's actually like, looks like he would be.
Right.
Yeah, so Homecoming. Number 5 is Spider-Man, Raimi, Tobey. I'm sorry, bro. Like maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm biased on the fact that.
Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, maybe I'm just biased. I mean, that was the first time I saw live action Spider-Man. Like that changed everything. That changed everything as far as superhero films.
That's why I must have thought.
It changed everything as far as just.
That's why
movies
I
in
maybe
general
it was going to be higher in your list because I thought maybe 2 was going to be higher on mine, but now I'm thinking about it and now I'm like, shit, it might. Where it's going to be for me too.
So Spider-Man, 1, Raimi, Tobey's version is number 5. Number 4 is, damn, this is getting tough. Wait a minute.
You got 4 left.
All right, number 4.
It shouldn't be that tough for you. I don't think it should be.
Wait, hold on. I gotta think. So number 4.
You got one. You got 1 left from MCU. You got 1 left from Tobey, and you.
Okay, yeah. All right, you're definitely gonna differ with me with this. Number 4 is No Way Home.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's No Way Home, bro.
Off.
I'm sorry, man. It's No Way Home.
Fuck off.
Yeah, so No Way Home. I love No Way Home, guys. Look, the movie's been out for 2 years, but this is a spoiler warning, you know, for those who are watching. I've had comments about like people saying like, oh shit, like, but could you guys put more forewarning on like spoilers or whatever? But it's been out.
It's been out since 2021.
2021. So you should know it. They've promoted it, but all 3 Spider-Mans are in the movie. That is
Spider-Man, baby.
That's my favorite part. I mean, I grew up on Tobey. You know, I like high school or like college was kind of like Garfield, and then Holland was like kind of college too. But you know, I really enjoyed that element as far as sorry, I'm getting a call, but I really enjoyed that element as far as, you know, them coming together and all that. But and I think it's a great movie. That's why it's number 4. But as far as it being in my top 3, I can't say that. I can't let that be the one, especially because these other ones are fucking fantastic. So I would say, that's number 4. And then number 3 is Across the Spider-Verse.
All right, good. No, I was going to call you out if you didn't say that 3, because then that wouldn't match your top 5.
Yeah, Across this. Yeah,
it wouldn't match your top 5. I was going to call. I was ready. I was ready to call you out.
Yeah, number 3 is Across the Spider-Verse, and that may change. I mean, I just watched Across the Spider-Verse the other day, and I was like, damn, this is really good. But like,
dude, I think once Spider-Man or Spider-Man,
the third one?
Not even that, but just once Spider-Man like in our lifetime, like once we get to a point where like they take a break on it for a few years and we don't really have it,
Yeah, it's a lot.
there's gonna be a lot more probably that comes
Yeah.
out between now and then. I think at that point we're gonna really be able to like deep dive on Spider-Man in terms of just like, and also I think like there's gonna be so much Spider-Man content that you're almost gonna have to put him in his own category to like rank everything, because it's
No, that's
like,
real.
because dude, it's like tough when it's like, because you sound biased, right, when you put 4 Spider-Man movies in your top 5 of all time, but it's like,
It's a lot of movies.
dude, he's said 10.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you want from me?
In the span
The
of
only
like
other one is
20.
what, Thor that like comes close, right?
As far as superheroes,
Like
yeah.
as many movies as they've made.
Iron Man. Well, nah.
Iron Man only hit 3.
Yeah, Iron Man only had
He's
3.
featured in. I'm talking about solo.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
his
yeah,
movies.
yeah. Thor has 4. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're talking about Thor 5.
They need to hold off on Thor 5.
Yeah, but either way. All right, so did you finish it out? Or?
No, I got
Okay.
2 more. I
Yeah,
got 2 more.
Yeah.
All right, so and then so
I was like in your face. I can't. Like, I can't. 10%.
No, you're
I'll
good.
break
You're
up,
good.
bro.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. How you doing, by the way?
Dude, I'm a little hot. I'll
Yeah.
admit it, but like, as long as it just looks fine, as long as my head's
Yeah.
not like my one eye's like up here or nothing. Like,
No, you're good. I'm looking at the screen. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
All right, so across the 3. Into the Spider-Verse is number 2. Into the Spider-Verse, I mentioned this probably on another episode, but I did not know what to expect as far as going to see it the first time.
Yeah, no,
And
no,
it
I was
blew me
kinda the same
away.
way.
It
I was
blew
the
me
same way.
away. I mean, where Miles fully accepts his destiny and he fucking jumps off the building, and they do the introverted where he's falling, but he's also
Upside down.
rising.
Yeah.
And it's like him coming into his own as far as,
Yep.
you know,
Fire.
just being Spider-Man. That is probably one of the hardest things I've ever seen. And you have to look at the impact of Into the Spider-Verse. A lot of animated movies are taking the style of Into the Spider-Verse and they're basically jocking it and trying to do the same thing as far as this, like the frame rate and just the comic book style of
With
it.
like Teenage Mutant Ninja
Teenage
Turtles,
Mutant
right?
Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles. There was
yeah.
another movie that did it.
Which shout out Tayo. I thought that's the original one that you were talking originally when you said that. That's what I thought you were talking about. I was about to be like, yo, no, I agree, dude. That shit's dope. But
Yeah.
either way, no,
Yeah.
still shout out to Tayo.
Yeah, shout out to you. But and then number 1 is Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. No, that's fair.
Spider-Man
That's fair.
2, Raimi.
I know how much you love Spider-Man 2. So.
It's like I've seen that movie probably more than any other movie I've ever seen. Like when I came out in theaters as a kid, I went to go. My brothers worked at the theater. I saw it probably like 10 times while I was in theaters, and then I bought it, watched it all the time on my PSP. Had it on like my PSP and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
I would watch it every night, and then you know, it just feels like it just broke. Like a lot of people consider it like the greatest superhero movie of all time, but I feel like it just breaks that mold of like comic book movies, and it just feels like it's just a great movie in general. Like, not that comic book movies are like in their own separate category, but it's not. To me, it doesn't feel cheesy. I mean, he's going through a lot of existential things, and like it hit home as a kid, but now as an adult, it makes more sense as far as
Right.
why his powers were so just
Like,
not.
kinda like-
yeah, they're tied to his emotions. He was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
conflicted about being.
So like up and down.
Yeah, he was so conflicted about being Spider-Man. He didn't know. He was like, yo, I want to have a normal life. And then I think it captures the essence of just being an adult. Like, he was fucking,
Right, yeah.
he's broke, bro. He was broke. Goes back to his apartment, can barely open the door, late on rent, late for his classes, trying to balance a love life. The girl that he always wanted is in love with him, and he can't do that because of his obligations as Spider-Man. Like, there's no balance as far as that, and you just see his powers just kind of like fizzle, and he's trying to figure it out. So yeah, that's it's for that film. It's definitely Spider-Man 2. And Doc Ock is a great villain. It's just, there's so many lessons in that movie as far as just
It's a great movie.
purpose.
That's your number 1, right?
Yeah, just figuring out your purpose, and does your purpose get in the way of your wants and needs? And there's so many lines in that movie. Even, you know, I always think back just the Aunt May scene, and maybe I mentioned this before. Like, she's just like, and I almost like, yo, I'm thinking like, did she know that Peter was, you know what I'm talking about, when she's moving out and she's basically like lost her house, another real life.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, she's basically going on foreclosure and all that. She lost her house and she's moving out, and you know, and she's like, yo, the kid, like she comes up, like they're having a discussion, and there's this kid who,
I forget his name.
Yeah, he just sees him, he's just like,
where's Spider-Man?
Yeah, where's Spider-Man? And he's just like, I don't know. He quit, and then and then she like talks to him like, "Yo, like we all need heroes." Like, like Spider.
She like knows. It's him.
Yeah. It's like kind of a hint to like, oh, like maybe Aunt Meg did know. She was like, "Yo, he needs him. Like everyone needs a hero."
Right.
And then sometimes you gotta be. She says like something. Sometimes you gotta be steadfast, or sometimes you gotta be steady and give up the things that you want the most, including your dreams. Which. Man, I'm sorry. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I get what she was saying as far as, you know, we have these wants and desires, and sometimes
I think it's more about like, just
higher
like
purpose.
Unnecessary wants that like
and sometimes you have a higher purpose, a higher duty, and you know his responsibility.
You might want this, but you need to do this.
Yeah, and it goes back to Uncle Ben's "with great power comes great responsibility."
Exactly.
So you were given these abilities for a reason, and you know this is your calling, and
you weren't given this power to be, you know.
Yeah, this is who you are. So it just talks about, it just really focuses why I can understand why he's your favorite superhero or like favorite character in general, because he's so relatable.
Yeah.
So that's
and it's in the whole thing too, just with like I mean, we'll get into favorite Spideys, and I mean. I'll say it now, I guess, just because we're kind of talking about it. Tobey is my favorite Spider-Man out of all of them. And probably a lot of it has to do with nostalgia. Like, it just has to do with just like, you know, growing up on those movies and everything. But, I like definitely like, he's like my favorite, and I don't know. We'll get into the favorite Spidey though, because we'll talk about that. But yeah, he's also just like, I don't know, maybe Tobey's too is just like his character is just like, even just like how he kind of, his take on it was also super relatable as well. It is, and even though maybe he looks a little bit older to be the age he is, like it's still
he captures it. Yeah, he captures it for sure. And we'll dive into that.
We'll dive into that.
Yeah. All right. What's your top 10, bro?
You gave it, right?
You're good? I'm good. Okay. I'm done.
And did you want to give your favorite Spidey, or did you want to wait until
let's wait until that?
All right, so I'll do my top 10 now. I'll be somewhat quick because listening to Yemi talk about it is pretty easy to do. But how dare you disrespect Spider-Man 3 that way? That the most iconic dancing scene of any movie is in that movie.
It is. I will say that is the most iconic dancing scene.
Because of that, it is definitely not last on the list. We're gonna go 9 and 10 are gonna be, sorry Garfield, but 9 and 10 are gonna be, honestly, you can flip them into either way you want. It doesn't matter. He's gonna be 9 and 10, both 1 and 2 for me. The caveat here though is I will say his take on Spider-Man is like,
it's one of the best. It is.
But they wrote him horribly. They just did him so dirty with just like how they. I mean, the first one wasn't terrible. I guess
first one wasn't terrible.
I
thought it was good. I mean,
no, it's good, but I can't put him above the dancing Tobey. So 7, we're gonna go, or 8, right? We'll go. I'll be fair. Spider-Man 3. Just because other than that, those few little highlights in the movie, it just wasn't the best, I guess, written movie either. The Eddie Brock character also was really annoying to me. Like, and I know he's supposed to be kind of like that, and he's supposed to be that kind of pesky little annoyance in Peter's life, but he's not supposed to, I guess, like, he seems, I don't know.
They just didn't, Brock is not like that though. Like, you see how Venom is, like, and with Hardy's, with Tom Hardy's, that's how Brock is. So like, I think it was just no offense, like Topher Grace is a good actor, but he just wasn't meant for that role.
Or written, maybe how it was written too could have also.
I just
you
just
think the way he acted with the role too.
Nah, he's just not. Venom is like a big dude. So I think of like Hardy. Like Hardy is perfect for like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's who you want to play as Venom.
He fits the bill.
Fits Venom.
Yeah, fits the bill for sure. All right, so that so where are we at? That was, I gave 9 and 10 is amazing. 8 is Spider-Man 3. 7. Yeah, 7. I guess we're gonna have to go with Far From Home as well. I'm kind of shocked on that as well, but
Yeah.
because I do think like the movie wasn't that bad. But when you have this list here, it's kind of hard not to
Yeah,
put it
it's
at
kind
7.
of hard. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go Far From Home at 7. 6. Yeah, 6 we will go with yeah, Homecoming. Homecoming at 6.
Homecoming at 6, huh?
Yeah, because then 5 is gonna be
Oh, see. Okay.
5 is gonna be Spidey 1, like Spider-Man.
With Tobey?
Toby. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I was like, I was kind of shocked when you said it, but now that I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty fucking similar to what I think too. 4 is gonna be Spider-Man 2 for me.
I respect it.
Actually, no, refrain. Across is gonna be 4 for me. Yeah, Across is gonna be 4 for me.
Oh, wow, bro. I got to comment on that. Wait, Across the Spideyverse is number 4?
I think so, because I think Spider-Man 2 should be 3, Into's 2, and then No Way Home would be 1 for me.
Wow.
Because No Way Home
I
is
thought Across would be higher.
'1.
I thought it'd be in your top 3.
No, because I do think Into's better than Across. I not you got me thinking when you said it the other day when you redid your top 5. I don't think I would remove it necessarily from my top 5 because I think it still is, and I think that's what I put. I think I put it in my top 5.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, I think it's still my top 5, but I also had 4 Spider movies in my top 5, so it still fits. But yeah, I don't know. I think I got to wait until the trilogy happens. Once the trilogy happens and I see how it fits in the story as a whole.
Yeah.
Because I think that's another reason why we're also now looking at this and we're realizing why MCU's Far From Home isn't that great or maybe doesn't fit, because where does it fit in that trilogy? It doesn't.
It just feels so different.
It feels so weird. I mean, I guess it continues the whole it continues the Nick Fury, kind of off planet ordeal, and that's like arc for the MCU, but like where does it fit in terms of Tom's like journey as Spider-Man? Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because it's post Endgame, and then it's like they're on a field trip, and it's after the snap.
Yeah,
so it's 5 years. He's been gone. Everyone's kind of adjusting. It's just a weird movie, bro.
And then all it really does, if you think about it, all it really leads into is him revealing his identity. That's all it really, the really big thing that happens from that movie is him being found out to be Spider-Man.
It was, bro, it just, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, it just, I think it feels so different because it was the first movie that majority of the film, it doesn't take place in New York.
In New York, that might be also why it's like way lower on our list too.
It just feels weird because they're like, they're on it's like a school trip and they're like out in Europe, and it's like, what, Spider-Man in Europe? And it's like, not that Gyllenhaal was a bad Mysterio. I thought he was great. And I liked how they played on that as far as like, is he a good guy, a bad guy, and all that. But yeah, it's just a weird. It's hard. Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude. When I was looking at it, I'm like, I think so. Yeah. So I'll run through it again real quick. 9 and 10 is amazing. Number 8 would be Spider-Man 3. 7 is Far From Home. 6 is Homecoming. 5 is original Spidey. 4 is Across. 3 is Spider-Man 2. And then Into is number 2. And then No Way Home is number 1 for me. Yeah.
No Way Home.
That's where I'm at.
No Way Home, number 1.
Yeah, and I guess the one thing that I guess he is in No Way Home, but I only really put one of his other movies in my top, I guess. Well, 2, I guess, if you're counting Spider-Man. Yeah, 2 technically. Tobey is, like I already said, my favorite Spidey. Yeah. And I think it's just purely because of the nostalgia aspect of it. Like, he was the first Spider-Man I ever got introduced to, really. And then the fact that he returns, all these years later to kind of fight crime.
Still, and I mean, I can't argue, your No Way Home is number 1. I mean, a lot of people have that as number 1 because of just, it's still surreal that they pulled it off. I remember hearing about the rumors. We were even talking about it.
Dude, those rumors are going on forever, too.
And I was like, there's no way they're going to do it. I was like, that shit's probably fake. And I went in like, okay, they said something that was out, and I'm like, I still don't think it's
Well, dude,
happened.
once
and then
they-
it happened, and I was like, oh my god.
Once they started pulling off like Infinity War and Endgame, I was like, dude, there's no way they couldn't do this movie.
I thought that, but I just thought like I think it's different because that's still in the scope of MCU.
Yeah, you're right. You're
So
right.
I was
and then
like-
you're talking, you're bringing in two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're bringing into Sony and Tobey, and I was like, there's no way Tobey's
Yeah.
coming back, bro. He feels like he's probably old, or you know. But
No,
then,
I'm with you on that.
but when Garfield pulled up, I'm like, oh shit, this is legit. They're really bringing him back.
Real quick.
And
Can't even see it.
I definitely will say one of my favorite moments is like in that No Way Home movie is. Not to laugh, but I was laughing about you trying to talk about you. You couldn't see your phone. But this is like a serious moment when Garfield saves MJ.
Oh yes. Yep.
That shit hit different. I was like, damn, bro.
Well, and just the connection they bring
Yeah.
to it from the amazing,
Yeah,
from
Garfield kind of stole the show, to be honest,
100%.
bro. He kind of
the jokes he was cracking.
jokes
and,
to crack in. He's like, I
Yeah.
can't. But he's like, I've always wanted brothers. Like,
Yeah.
like they were pulling on the heartstrings, bro. Like,
I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
okay. and then when they did the whole web slinging element of like, I think it was probably Tom where he basically pulls them and then he throws them and they're like face off against the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Fire.
That was sick.
Nah, dude. Who's your favorite Spidey though? I don't think you said that yet.
Oh yeah, favorite Spidey is
Favorite like actor to play Spidey.
damn.
It's gonna be
man.
tough.
I mean, I'm so biased, bro, and I'm sorry, but I am biased. It's Tobey. It's Tobey because I think he captures the element of Peter. Peter is a nerd. I think Garfield objectively is the best Spider-Man when it comes to the capturing the quirkiness,
like,
the how much Spider-Man talks shit. Like, you know, I think he nailed that perfectly.
Tom's just like a balance of both.
Yeah, he's a balance of both. So yeah, but it's I would say overall still I would give it to Tobey because if he captures Peter's nerdiness, I think Garfield was too cool. I was like, he doesn't come off as Peter to me, even before he gets his powers. Like, and yeah, Tobey, he captured that. I mean, I think it was just a collective as far as Raimi, like the director and the vision that they had as far as bringing the element. And you know, his Spider-Man was Tobey's Spider-Man was dope also as well. So especially in the second one, like I mean, they're like, say what you want. I mean, I know the film's 20 years old, almost 20 years old, but that Spider-Man, the fight with Doc Ock on the train, that is probably one of the most legendary action sequences of all time. Dude, and I'm still waiting. Like, and I haven't seen that in the Spider-Man film to beat that. I think No Way Home does a good job, but it's still not on that level. Like,
I mean, I would say maybe the closest one would be Andrew's redemption scene.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah,
I guess that's like the closest. Like, I mean, it's not. But if you're talking action,
that action, like it was great, bro.
I will say though, the punches in No Way Home on William Dafoe at the end when Tom was punching Goblin, dude, that whole visual was sick. And then Tobey swings in and stops him. Yeah, no, it was. There were moments of like No Way Home that were just like, I think that like could maybe compete, but I think like you're saying in terms of just like what the scene maybe did for the film and just like terms of like superheroes and just like I guess like moving that kind of space in that direction.
That
like
scene is iconic.
It was like one of the original, like one of the first. I mean, that movie came only out a couple years after the first one did, right? So it wasn't.
Yeah, it was 3 years after.
Yeah, so it wasn't
or two years.
2 or 3 years. So
yeah, but just like. Just the web sling element of him, like he's saving he's like, because Ock threw those two people out and he saves them and he's still going.
How good they captured that, like, even back then, like,
I know,
how
it's
well
brilliant,
they made
bro.
that look is insane.
A lot of it's practical. I mean, not like him web sling, but like the scenes as far as like when they're on the subway, like a lot of that stuff is like practical stuff. Like they're doing a lot of those scenes, and it's just sometimes when you're with a lot of the practical effects, and you'll notice in most movies it ages better compared to like if you're just doing nothing but CGI, because it's just sometimes the CGI fades out and it just looks like, oh, this is clearly fake. Like
clearly fake. Yeah, dude.
So that's what I appreciate.
Well, with a lot of the recent MCU projects, I would say there's a lot of CGI that's questionable
out, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess going in, I guess we could kind of rope that into just kind of like the different takes that we've already kind of touched on, like different takes on Peter Parker for sure a little bit,
Yeah.
but just like I guess in terms of like the stories for all the trilogies, and then even I guess we can I'll get into Miles Morales, even though I guess technically Miles is kind of similar to just like
It's a bit different.
It's different, but I'm talking in terms of characters, like who's in his life. Obviously, like it is a completely different. Don't get me wrong, it's a completely different setting and everything. But like what I guess referring to here is like in Tobey's Spider-Man, we get him the classic Mary Jane story. He knows MJ, girl next door, growing up and everything.
Yeah.
But then in Amazing Spidey, we have him in high school with Gwen. MJ's not even in the film.
No, she was supposed to be in the second one.
Was supposed to be in the second one.
Cut her.
We don't even meet MJ in that universe technically. Yeah. And then you have Tom's, which is a completely new not completely new take on it, but it's like we get Liz Allen, I guess finally, because we had never really gotten Liz Allen yet to that point. We haven't seen Gwen yet though, right?
No, we haven't seen Gwen.
And then we have MJ, but it's not classic MJ.
Yeah.
It's a different take on
different
the MJ story. So I guess is there one that you like more, maybe story wise? Like, do you like that classic? Because here's the other thing. I mean, I've tried to look. I mean, I think the comics. I think the true classic one is
Peter and
MJ. But then I've also seen different variations written where I have seen him know Gwen first, and then he meets MJ in college. Where then I've also seen he meets Gwen in college. So I guess, is there one that you like better than the other, or do you?
I think the one that had the most chemistry, and like the Spider-Man movies as far as like romance, I would say. If is that what you're asking?
I mean, yeah.
Or just you mean like the story? In general?
Just like I mean, if you were gonna see, or I guess, I mean, maybe this would be kind of a dumb question in that regard, but like if you were gonna make your Spider-Man film, like you were gonna direct it, you were gonna starting from the origin up, would you have him start with the Mary Jane the classic MJ meeting, or would you have him do a different take on him meeting Gwen, or how would you do that? Because I actually I have another question based on how you answer this that I want to ask you too.
Yeah, I think it was for me, and I think this is why I feel for Garfield. I would definitely do Gwen. I think it was refreshing to see that, and I'm glad that MCU did that, because like growing up, most of us have seen the animated shows, and it's always MJ.
Always MJ. Yep.
So it was refreshing to see Gwen Stacy, and in the Amazing series, like they had that, and then their chemistry was on point.
Gwen technically was in Tobey's, but it wasn't until the third movie.
Until the third one, and then
it's really not.
Yeah,
there's not much of a relationship.
Yeah, it's just kind of like he's using her to get back at MJ. But I think I'd probably go maybe the Gwen Stacy route, but also
have meet Gwen first and meet MJ later,
or just kind of do something.
No MJ at all.
Maybe MJ's just a friend. Switch it up and just have Gwen Stacy as the love interest. I do think it's a good
take. I like it too.
It's a good take. And I would kind of. What would you do?
So I mean, I think for me, in terms of my favorite, I think I do like the classic. I guess for me, because it's also another nostalgia thing, I like the classic MJ story. However, I do also like the Gwen take on it too. The only thing that I was gonna say that I kind of now knowing, I guess, like especially with what they did with Miles Morales is Gwen, and that she is eventually supposed to be, a Spider-Woman technically, like a Spider person.
Oh yeah, just
dude, it's like it's kind of sucks that I guess in the live action Gwens that we have gotten, we have not seen anything hinting at her eventually becoming a Spider-Woman or a Spider person. Yeah. Like, I guess that would be, I guess for me, like if I was gonna introduce Gwen, if I was gonna make my own movie and I would reintroduce Gwen, she's gonna have spider powers.
She's gonna be
she's gonna be a spider person too. She's gonna be Spider Gwen. It's not gonna be just a friendly Gwen and
damsel in distress.
It's gonna like they did in Spider-Man 3. Like
she's just screaming.
Yeah, well, when he first saves her from dropping from the building, and then and then he goes on the date with her and does the you could even say even more
jumps
iconic
on the piano,
the most iconic piano playing ever.
The
oh yeah,
Bro, that movie is so cringy, to be honest. Nah, I'm thinking about it.
I love it. I think maybe that's one of my favorite parts. Like that's why I love it, because it's just so like it's super funny to me. But
Oh my god.
no, yeah,
So cringy.
I wish that we would have. I wish that we could have seen some Spider-Gwen in live action, but I guess it's hard.
It's coming, bro. I mean,
Maybe it is coming,
you know,
especially with Miles.
the thing with this whole multiverse thing, which is, you know, for better or worse, can be a good thing or a bad thing, is they could bring Emma Stone's Gwen back from a different universe and she's Spider-Gwen. They could do that and have because I was thinking, I was like, you guys brought Garfield back, and then you could tap into the whole multiversal thing because of Kang. Now that opens up the floodgates as far as.
Do you think they would use Emma Stone though, or do you think that they would probably?
She said she wanted to come back,
but she's dead.
Right, but she can be alive in another.
You're saying it's a completely different. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like the multiverse thing, kind of like they can do anything with that.
That would be dope, actually.
Yeah, it would.
No, that would be fire. Yeah, that would be fire.
It would. So.
I like that.
So it's kind of like how, like, with, you know, Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine, but clearly it's not the Logan universe that we saw where he died. It's another version.
Yeah.
So
oh well, and I guess just a quick shout out to Wolverine. We did get confirmation from Insomniac Games that the new Wolverine game that's coming out is set in the same universe as the Insomniac Spider-Man. So
wait, Insomniac's they're making
Wolverine.
They're making that.
Wolverine,
okay, cool.
That's why I was telling you. I hope Insomniac just gets the bill for the whole MCU, and
it would make sense. I mean, just
starts building like Iron Man games. They ropes them all into each other.
Yeah, they understand as far. I mean, if they could do Spider-Man, I don't see an issue as far as them doing anything else. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess just moving along here. We kind of talked about this in the last episode with Spider-Man 2, or not technically last episode, a couple episodes ago, but we talked about how just the suits are one of our favorite things about Spider-Man. So
absolutely,
let's limit this to the movies. All the ones that we've talked about that we've ranked, the 10 movies. What is your? We'll go top 3 suits.
Top 3. Okay. Top 3 suits.
Top 5. Well, it's gonna be fucking hard. Top 5. I just realized how hard that's gonna be. Top 5.
Top 5 makes it harder for me, to be honest.
No, top 5 makes it way easier for me, I think.
It does.
Yeah, because I don't know if any of Tom's suits make it in my top 5, other than the newest.
Wow,
one.
Really?
Newest one. Yeah, dude. I'll be honest with you. Other than the suit,
that's surprising.
Other than the suit in No Way Home, that after Doc Ock gives the nanotechnology back to him and then his suit transforms, that's the only Tom suit that I really like.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't really like any of those other suits. I don't like the red and black's cool, but like
it's all right.
It's nothing special. It's just a different variation of the red and blue.
And I gotta be honest, and this is what I was talking about as far as the whole CG thing. Sometimes it's pretty obvious that they're not really using like
nobody made that. Like,
it's like he's probably wearing the suit, but he's not wearing the mask.
He's not wearing a mask. Yeah,
and it's so obvious because now they've made the
with the eyes
expressions and all that.
Yeah, with the eyes and stuff.
And like first I thought it was cool when I saw it in Civil War, but now it's like I said, it's just become more obvious. Like I'd rather them just him. I know it's uncomfortable for the actors, but I'd rather them wear the mask.
Do you think we get used to that, or do you? I guess. Do you think they ever?
They gotta get it better. They gotta get better with it then.
Just making it look more
humane, more realistic. Yeah. So. Top 5. Top 5 suits. I mean, definitely.
This makes it actually way easier for me.
Bro, I'm going 3. So the 3 that I can think of.
You're only going 3?
Yeah, that's the only one I can really resonate with. But
okay.
The third one.
I'll go 3 too then.
Yeah, the third is definitely. Damn, no, you're right. Top 5.
Go 5, bro.
5. Yeah, you're right. I just thought about this. You're slipping, bro. Like, I mean, you don't like any of Tom's suits. I gotta bring that back up.
The only 2 that I like are the one that I said, the nano one that he gets back in No Way Home.
Okay.
So his suit's red and black to start.
Yeah.
And then he gets the nano back and it switches to red, gold, and blue.
Yeah.
And then like iron, like low key kind of Iron Man-ish, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the Iron Spider. It's not the Iron Spider suit though. It's a
what I was
complete.
about to
It's a
go with.
different suit.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the Iron Spider suit.
Wow.
I like
Yeah.
the spider legs.
Yeah.
I just don't like the armor look of the suit. That's not Spider-Man, bro.
It's
At
too
least-
Iron Man,
Yeah,
right?
it's too iron. It's like,
Yeah.
what am I looking at? The Iron Spider-Man or what? Like,
Yeah. So I'm good. All right. So my list is Iron Spider suit. When I first saw it, I was like, "This is sick." But then it like we discussed already, brought on the aspect of like it's just too much Tony Stark.
It's too much Tony Stark.
He needs his own lane.
No, yep.
So number 4 is the suit he gets in No Way Home. I thought.
Wait,
that
what's
was,
your 5?
It's Iron Spider.
Oh, that is your 5th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then number 4 is No Way Home suit. Number 3,
The new No Way Home suit.
the new No Way Home suit.
Like ending No Way.
ending
End
No
of
Way Home suit. Number 3 is yeah. So number 3 is I like Spider-Man Garfield's first suit. I like that. I like the lens. It's different. I didn't like it initially.
I don't mind it, but
Yeah.
that's kind of surprising coming from you, honestly.
I just thought it was different. I was like, this is kind of
Wait,
cool.
that was what number for you?
That's number 3.
Oh,
Amazing
fuck. I'm
Spider-Man.
interested to see these next
Number
two.
two.
Then.
Number 2 is Amazing Spider-Man, the second suit, because it's so accurate to the comic.
Okay.
I love that suit. That's
Maybe you needed 10. I don't.
Yeah.
You're missing.
No.
You're missing a lot of suits.
And then number 1 is the Raimi Spider-Man suit.
So into and across makes it nowhere near your spider suits.
Oh fuck! I didn't realize I thought we were going live action.
No, I said all.
Oh yeah, all the movies. All
10 movies.
Oh fuck! All right, hold on. Damn it! All right,
You're slipping.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. All right, hold on. All right, so Iron Spider's still on that list. As much as I talk shit, so at number 4.
Damn.
Yeah, Iron Spider's still on the list. All right, no way or no. What else?
You might need 10.
No. Yeah, Iron Spider's still on the list.
Top 7.
And then the what did I say?
You said No Way Home Blue.
No Way
Home is.
No Way Home. The suit that he gets at the end.
You said that's 4.
That's 4. No. Actually, the suit that he gets where Doc Ock throws it, or where he throws like a little element.
Dude, then take the Iron Spider suit out, please.
I have to have that still on the list. That's
He
top.
still has the arms in the new suit, doesn't he?
No.
He doesn't.
No, I'm talking about where he teams up with the 3 of them at the end. Like
Yeah,
in
no,
that
that's
fight.
okay.
Yeah, and he gets a little splash.
Okay,
Yeah, but that's not Iron Spider.
No, it's not. You're right.
Yeah,
no,
so
you're
5
right.
Iron Spider.
No, see, that's why you're fucking confusing me. All right. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But you're still keeping Iron Spider in that.
Yeah,
spot, too.
that's 5. Right?
Damn, you might need 10.
No,
I'm telling you.
yeah. That's, and then
You're just making it less room for into.
no. And then 3 is 3 is I'm sorry, but I gotta go. The Miles suit from Across the Spideyverse. I like that suit. They like where it's updated and he's older and he's added this little element.
Okay.
And then 2 is Amazing Spider-Man, and number 1 is Raimi.
Which Amazing Spider-Man suit? Because now you got to take one of them out.
No. 2 is the second one, the second suit.
So the first Amazing
First
Spider-Man
one's out.
suit's
First one's
gone.
out.
All
Yeah,
right.
first one's
No,
out.
that's fair.
And then first is Raimi Spider-Man.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So
What you got?
my 5 would be. Let me just make sure I got this order right. Yeah, I think I got this right. All right, so my 5 would be sorry for that long pause there, guys. My 5 would be we're gonna do fuck. Actually, do I have that right?
It is hard.
Okay, no, I got it. All right, so number 5 is the nano the the suit that he gets when Doc Ock gives him the nano back in No Way Home. That's 5 for me. Number 4 would be the new. I'll agree with you on the new ending suit on No Way Home as well. 3 would be Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2
Okay.
suit. 2 will be Into the Spider-Verse suit. I like the Into suit better than the Across suit. And number 1 is the Raimi suit. Honorable mention, black suit, Raimi.
I do agree.
Honorable mention, black suit, Raimi.
Yeah, I like that. You know what I'll say about Spider-Man 3 that I didn't like also? That I feel like they didn't give a distinction of the black suit. I feel like, and maybe it was just movie budget or whatever. I feel like
basically it was like a carbon copy of just like it was the red and blue suit just shaded black. Essentially.
Which the suit is fire, but at least I felt like they could have gave.
That's why I'm giving an honorable mention.
Yeah,
it's not like a top or anything.
Give it,
but
not even like show the ability of how different it is. Like clearly, I didn't feel like it was that different. As far as
it didn't feel like it didn't feel like a symbiote. It didn't feel like a symbiote.
No, it didn't feel like a
which
symbiote.
is what I think the game, Insomniac's game,
does
has
a great
done
job.
a great job of.
Yeah, they do a great job of that, and just. I don't know. They should have made them faster, like with the web sling. It could have been, like you said, it could the web like that came out should have been black. Like
it didn't seem any different.
It just didn't seem any different, bro. So that was another thing. Like I was disappointed because I was excited about the black suit.
But
dope suit.
Definitely a bummer that there's no like differentiating distinguishing like properties of it that like really tell. Other than the fact that like when they do make it clear that he's like it's like changing off of him or it's like moving, then you can tell.
Yeah, but they could have used that.
They could have used that a lot more.
Yeah,
like they make it look a lot like I'm saying in the game, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It just even if you have seen the previews of the game, the Spider-Man 2 game that just came out, you can tell the difference between the black suit compared to even the advanced suit, and even if you were to look at the black classic suit compared to the new Venom suit that they made in the game, you can just
so different.
It's so the suit
looks alive.
That's what I was about to say. It looks like it is living, which it should. It should. It's an alien, so I mean it makes complete sense. I mean, so those are my top 5. I think it's a good top 5.
No, that's great.
I like your top 5 too.
Like it, yeah.
I don't like Iron Spider, but I like the features of the suit, but I don't like the suit itself. Does that make sense?
I like the arms that come out. I like the suit, even though it goes against what I was saying as far as the whole Tony Stark. But I just think it was just so different. I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, but that's also kind of I think why I like the game so much is because you can have the spider arms come out in the game and still wear whatever suit you want. Like that's I think that the coolest part about it. That's why I thought I was like, wait, didn't he still have? But no. He didn't. Well, he was wearing the Iron Spider suit in the beginning of No Way Home when he's fighting Doc Ock on the bridge. He does have the.
Oh yeah, he does bring it out.
That's also why I was confused.
Yeah,
because he is actually wearing the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah.
Wait, so then actually, am I crazy? This might be a random weird theory. Is then because Doc takes the nano from his Iron Spider suit, has it for a bit. Then gives it back to him, and then it basically almost looks like an upgraded Iron.
No.
You know,
I get what you're saying, but I think
so. He still wouldn't have the legs in that suit. You don't think?
Right. I don't think so.
I don't think so. He didn't have him.
Yeah.
I don't think. Right at the end, I don't remember him busting him out. I don't think so. Yeah, that'd be dope though.
That would be dope.
That I was like, oh shit, what if that was just like an upgraded?
like
almost, but no, it's more like a hand-me-down from Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Here, I put all my bad memories, all these voices in my head. Now they're in your suit. Here you go, buddy. All right. So, favorite movies. I think good top 5s, I think, for both of us, honestly. I think those are good top 5s. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how long this podcast has been going, but let's fucking keep rolling, baby.
Let's keep going.
All right. So, I guess we don't have to get, too much into this. We kind of have talked about a little bit of them. But now let's fucking do it. Top 5 villains from all the movies. That could be tough, but give me your top 5 villains.
It's tough.
I don't think it's gonna be that tough.
Yeah.
I think it
from all the movies.
Yeah, every movie,
the animated ones.
Yep. I don't think any of the villains from maybe.
It's tough, bro. Cause
that is tough.
Yeah, we're including the animated
another top
ones.
5. Let's go top 5, baby.
No, we're including the animated ones because some villains are repeated, bro. So
yeah, no, they are. There's.
You want to just do live action or?
Well, no, just include them because I mean, if you like a variation of the villain from the animated versus the live action, then shout that out.
Top 5. All right, top 5. All right. I thought
this isn't gonna be that. I don't think it's gonna be that hard, actually.
I thought
because I'm thinking about Tom again. I don't think I'm gonna like many of the villains from his, other than maybe one. Because if you're talking the third, that's an inclination of all of them. Like
I'll say Vulture is in my top 5.
That's what I was gonna say.
Vulture's top 5. Number 4 is Hold on. All right, I'm a for us Electro.
Which one? No Way Home Electro
I
or
like both. I like both of the of those Electro. I like the one from Amazing Spider-Man. I thought he
fine?
was.
You can
Yeah.
say you could say both for that.
Yeah, I'll just say I'll just say both. Number 4, Electro. Number 3, is I'll say Prowler from Miles's. I thought he was fucking like. I think they did a good job as far as like kind of showing how low key scary he was. Like when he would pop up on the screen. Just kudos to the animators and just the sound of him in general. So I would definitely say Prowler. I thought he was dope. And especially when he's like hunting for Miles, he's like trying to find him. They're like Kingpin's like find him, and then so he's looking for him, and it's I thought that element was dope. So definitely Prowler. Number 2 is Doc Ock, and number 1 is Green Goblin.
I thought you were gonna put Ock as one.
Nah, I got Defoe. Just bodies. He just bodies Goblin. Yeah. Ock could, but like Defoe kind of stole the show, even in No Way Home as well. So
no, 100%.
Yeah. No. So definitely Defoe, Green Goblin. What about you?
All right. So my top 5, I am going to agree with you on probably most of this, except maybe 1 or 2. I think Vulture, because honestly, if you look at Tom's movies, if you look at Tom, like I don't know, I don't like as much as I think Gyllenhaal's a great actor. I don't really didn't like Mysterio too much in the second movie.
A lot of people didn't.
And then obviously the third is all of the villains that they've all encountered. So, I think I'm gonna go with. Yeah, number 1 and 2. I might actually have to work backward. This might be easier for me. So 1 is Green Goblin, 2 is Doc Ock. Number 3, and also for what I'll say for Green Goblin is what you said, Green Goblin across the board. And No Way Home, he was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, he's getting punched and then he's laughing at it. I was like, Defoe, man,
dude, he's so good. So good. So Green Goblin, Doc Ock. Number 3 for me is probably actually gonna be. It's probably gonna be The Spot. I like him. I kind of like him. Like I just like. I like how like, and like how long game. I mean, yes, it's like kind of long, but like just like how the development has been from 1 to 2 with that. The 2 movies have just been kind of cool. Like and how like I guess like thought out he had like the plan. Like you end up finding out how like really like kind of crazy this dude was going. Like becoming The Spot. So I'm gonna go Spot number 3. Number 4, I'm gonna say Electro is what. It's a tie for me because I really actually like Riz Ifan as Lizard. I liked the Lizard. I liked him. I don't know. I like both of them. I think, and I think if we're gonna talk Electro, I like No Way Home Electro better than I like Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro. That could be a common. Honestly, that could probably be a massive like a common thing amongst the Spider-Man fandom, just because a lot of people didn't like him in the first.
So all right, so are we talking the fact that let's think like break this down, because Electro, when he comes back, he has a different look. He has like the little thing that he's using, but like in the Amazing Spider-Man, he's like just pure electricity. I like that element.
You like that part of him?
I like that because he was like, damn, this dude is clearly super powerful. He's going through all that. I like that look. I didn't like when he was before he was like with the comb over hair.
So you like the look of the No Way Home Electro more, but you like Electro as a villain in Amazing 2 better.
So I like the blue aesthetic look.
Oh, you like that
Spider-Man.
look?
I like that look. I thought that was dope.
Oh, see,
I just don't like the aspect of before he gets turned and he has a comb over and he has the glasses.
Okay, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So I'll be honest with you, I like the No Way Home. I like the new look Electro, like from top to bottom, from how he looks in general to the look of the classic look of how he would be in the comics. Like I like that look for Electro better than the blue. I think the blue is a cool take, but then when you look at the movie as a whole, it didn't really You know,
Yeah.
it kind of just fell short a little bit. So I don't know. I think maybe that movie written a little bit differently any other way, that blue probably could have worked a little bit better in like my opinion, but not to say that you're wrong for liking it. I think I definitely like, if we're talking Electro, I think you like the Amazing version better. I definitely like the No Way Home version of Electro better. And then number 5 definitely is Vulture.
Yeah,
because Vulture
was sick.
Vulture's a shout for sure. He's a good shout out.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking Tom's movies, like honestly, if you can almost like give a big thanks to Michael Keaton, because if he hadn't been that great in that movie, then like Tom's movies could have eventually not done as well as they have. You know what I mean? So
no, I agree.
No, I'm with it. So you got your top 5, we got mine.
Yeah.
All right, I guess. I mean, dude, we've been talking for a minute.
Yeah, we can wrap up and just kind of discuss one last thing as far as
one
like
last
thing. Current news,
current events.
Yeah, current events.
Kind of with
Spider-Man.
with the writer's strike ending. Now everything is kind of starting to come back out. We're
the
getting more
actors
announcements.
are still on strike.
Yeah, we're getting more announcements with like production and like timelines for things coming out.
Yeah.
So we have heard that obviously the live action Miles is being worked on, which we knew.
Right. We knew that
already, that it was definitely in the works. We're now getting more reports that it's like definitely in the works.
Definitely.
The only report from it that I don't like is that it potentially will be set in the Sony universe and not in the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really, to be honest, I don't know how credible that.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate that is either. I don't know how accurate that is either.
It doesn't really make sense.
But I have seen reports that if and when they do release it, that it could potentially be like a Venom type deal where it's his own thing and it's not like
it's
I'm just saying what I heard. I don't want that to happen. I want them to release the live action MCU because that's what makes the most sense. You already have a Prowler in there, and you already have mentioned Miles in the like. Because dude, I'm gonna just bring this up because I know that this people might be like, oh god, he's spewing bullshit here. But I saw after No Way Home came out, when Peter's in his new apartment, apparently this report came out that if you like change the language or if you did something whatever on it and you put on subcaptions, that there is mumbling in the background where a lady shouts out what sounds like Miles.
Oh, word?
Yes. And I watched it back.
I love that.
I watched it back. I didn't try doing any of the
Easter egg.
I didn't try doing any of the language changes or anything. I just tried to listen to it purely and how it sounded. It kind of does sound like a lady is shouting Miles as Peter's looking out into as Tom's looking out into into New York after everything's happened. It kind of does sound like a lady shouts Miles. Like it does kind of seem like that. So I mean, I hope they don't put Miles in the Sony universe, because it would make no sense at this point, because you already have you have the live action Spider-Man to build off of with a live action Miles, like you kind of to take the mantle from, because once Tom's done, he's probably, I mean, it's not like he's going to be Spider-Man for the next 10 years.
Yeah, you can feel Tom, like,
I think we're coming up on the end. We're coming up on Tom, but I think we're hopefully going to get one more trilogy out of him.
Yeah. I think he's at a point of just, and hopefully this changes. Tom just seems like he just wants to live I think he enjoys the aspect of acting and all that, but he doesn't like celebrity aspect.
He doesn't like that.
And you can't avoid that playing Spider-Man. So I think he's
one of the most popular characters
of all time.
So it's kind of tough. I feel for him. I feel
for him. So hopefully he's taking the time he needs. He said he took a year off from acting, and hopefully this strike going on right now is giving him the time to kind of rest and fully be energized for when he comes back. But definitely, if you're going to introduce Miles, it has to be MCU, and Tom can kind of give him the reins, and with this new trilogy, maybe introduce Miles maybe in the new trilogy, and go with that, maybe even the first film. I mean, and you can really just set it up and just kind of see that build, or you can show him the second. Miles needs to be tied in the MCU, and I'm sure they'll figure that out.
And kind of just piggyback on
excited.
that, we also seen the new reports too about that Spider-Man 4 with Tom confirmed, Zendaya confirmed, and then
Zendaya.
Sorry, Zendaya. I always Zendaya.
I used to
and then the director, I think they confirmed his
same director,
John Watts.
So I love that.
That's positive news. I would assume Ned Leeds will be back. You know, you would
Yeah.
hope. You would hope maybe. I think if you're gonna keep one character, because I guess here's the other thing about No Way Home that is interesting for the future of Tom and his trilogy, to me, is that you can kind of like I mean, I guess they did kind of still say like show that they showed Ned at the end when he goes back into the coffee shop to try to, you know, say hi to MJ and stuff. Like they show her and him. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that means that he's still going to be in it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to include Flash, the same Flash. You could either recap. You know what I mean? It could. Like,
Not a fan of that Flash. to
no,
be
I'm not
honest.
either. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying either just cut him and don't
Right.
even have him in it,
Right.
or, you know, just introduce somebody else. That's why I was also. This is This is going to lead me to the last question here that I want to ask you before. I want to make sure I get this question off.
Yeah.
So you kind of already talked about how the different takes on Spider-Man, the differences in their stories, kind of like,
Right.
you know, was it with MJ, is it with Gwen, and with Tom, we've met MJ, we've met Liz Allen, we haven't met Gwen yet.
Nah, yeah.
And now this makes me wonder if maybe they're saving Gwen for if they are introducing live action Miles into the MCU. Are they going to save Spider-Gwen for
They
MCU
could
as well?
It could be a love interest in the live action. Honestly, I need to read more Miles comics. I don't really know who his love interest is typically in the comics. So.
Yeah, I was wondering do you think that they're going to start to introduce like a version of Gwen
Yeah.
into Peter's life now that he's
Maybe.
in college in this new trilogy? Or do you think they
Maybe.
may just avoid Gwen altogether?
They may avoid it.
Or maybe introduce Gwen as a Spider-Person eventually? Like if they
They could if they want to go the multiple. I mean,
Yeah,
with
they're gonna do,
Kang,
like,
see,
live
like
action
the thing
multi.
with that, like the Kang, you know, multiversal war, like
Yeah,
in the
the
Secret
Secret
Wars
Wars,
and all
yeah.
that. They're even talking about. I think you probably saw it. Like Tobey may come back and lead the Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
there's talks of that, and just with the whole multiversal thing, that's the way they can introduce Gwen, and then maybe set up a solo film for her. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I know they're working on a solo Spider-Gwen film animated version, so yeah, we'll see. I mean,
That'd be fire.
they could definitely introduce Spider-Gwen. I could see that happening, but yeah, time will tell, bro. And as far as Venom, the what I need to see in the new trilogy is a true face-off, not a tease, because they brought Venom in No Way Home, not a tease like that, and they're probably setting up the black suit because the symbiote was at the end. But we need to bring Venom back where Tom Holland's Peter faces off with Tom Hardy's Venom. Like that has to happen.
You want to see them? Well,
That has to happen.
I was going to say.
it has to be a film involving them.
Well, I was going to
We
say
gotta set that up.
if they don't, because like you said, they did kind of set up potential future black suit with the symbiote being left behind.
Yeah.
But that was also like Tom Hardy was being sucked away back to
Right.
his version of the universe.
So they're gonna.
So
There's another.
There's either
Eddie
another
Brock.
Eddie Brock that they're going
Yeah.
to introduce. Maybe that they know. Maybe that's why they did it that way too. Maybe they
Yeah.
know. Like they already they're like, hey, this is the Eddie Brock that we want to have with Tom
But
Holland.
usually the way it goes is Peter gets the suit. So Peter will get it first. You see the black suit with
Yep.
Holland, and
then he gives it to
then he gives it to Eddie Brock. But I want them to bring back. There needs to be interaction with them. I would like that.
An Eddie Brock
Yeah, because why
reaction?
tease
Yeah.
that? Why tease that? Studios can figure it out.
Well, and with that, I asked, you know, do you think? I guess you answer how they might introduce Gwen.
Yeah.
They haven't really introduced Harry either. We don't. Does Harry even?
I don't think
exist
I
in
don't.
Tom's universe.
I don't think we. I mean, there is a good story with that, but we've been there, done that with two trilogies.
You think so? Yeah.
And I think honestly, the downfall of the Amazing Spider-Man film was, one, they did the same thing with Spider-Man. There was too many villains, so Harry didn't really need to be in Amazing Spider-Man 2. It could have been. It could have just been Electro. I think that was just over. It was just too much, and I think that messes up the plot when they do that.
Yep.
So I would say we don't really need Harry. It just wouldn't make sense. Like,
and maybe this also gives us the chance to maybe with Tom too to just introduce some villains that we haven't seen that
Exactly.
maybe aren't necessarily at the top of the rogue gallery. But
Yeah.
but one thing also I am excited about potentially for Tom's MCU or future of the MCU is with D'Onofrio being back with Wilson Fisk.
Kingpin.
Do we
Yeah.
get Kingpin?
I think that'd be good.
Because I also I
would
what
like that.
love. One thing I would love to be a part of the future Tom trilogy is to have Charlie Cox be Daredevil in it.
Yeah.
We already got him in No Way Home.
Yep.
Have them re-meet each other because he doesn't know who he is now.
Yeah.
And then D'Onofrio is Kingpin, and then their fight. Because
I think that'd be good.
Well,
I think that could be in the Spider-Man movie. To be
because
honest.
also, dude, because Spider-Man. Here's the thing about this too that really kind of grinds my gears with with the potential of where they're going to go, because everyone's really excited that Tom's back on his own. He's back by himself. He doesn't have all the upgrades to his suits anymore. He has to figure out all. Well, wait to hear what I'm about to say. But if you rewatch No Way Home and you watch the end of No Way Home,
yep,
and he's at Aunt May's grave and he's paying his respects, and Happy Hogan comes up, and Happy Hogan says, "How did you know her?" He says, "Through Spider-Man." How do you know her? Same.
yeah.
So
they're gonna figure that out.
But the other thing though is, I'm totally cool with them trying to make Tom, because I want this. I want Tom to go back to being bare bones on his own, not all that Tony Stark tech.
Living in a
But if he
shitty
knows,
apartment.
if Happy knows Spider-Man still, or of Spider-Man or who he is,
right.
then how does... I just feel like it's gonna get fast tracked back to him having that tech. Also,
No way.
But also, you gotta think about it. Secret Wars. You don't think he's gonna be rocking some Tony Stark tech for Secret Wars?
I think they're gonna maybe towards at some point, or maybe Tom's just gonna develop his own. He's like, I like
get his own fabricator essentially, and then,
he's, or not even his own fabricator, just kind of like be at a point where he's like, all right, I'm at a level where I can develop my own, like kind of like how in the game, like, and maybe I think it's good that they stripped it away. Maybe they'll bring some elements, but it doesn't. He's not fully tied to the Tony Stark tech. Yeah. So,
I like it. I've been wrapping my brain around that, because I'm like, dude, I'm with it. I want him to be nothing but like, if Happy still knows who Spider-Man is, the Avengers still know who Spider-Man is. That means he's still going to be back involved. It's not like he's out of the Avengers now.
Yeah, no,
because they forgot who Peter Parker was. They just don't know who Spider-Man is.
They don't know who Spider-Man is. Yeah, I love that.
So and I'm just like, I hope they, with the new trilogy and obviously with the Secret Wars and the other movies that are coming out, that he could potentially maybe, I don't think he'll be featured in much other than like the main shit, like the main Avenger stuff. That's probably all they're going to bring him back for.
Right. Probably Daredevil, maybe.
Well, if they make a Daredevil movie.
I mean, not a movie. I just mean in the series.
You think he's going to show up in the show? You think Tom's going to show up in the show?
I would hope.
I would hope so too.
I would hope. I mean, this is a fresh start, you know. Also, like, just side note, they're bringing in the Punisher's showrunner to head the Daredevil, so that means it's going to be a lot darker.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah. So
was that recently announced? I haven't.
Yeah, I think I saw that on either IGN or Twitter. But yeah.
If you didn't know, they basically axed all of Daredevil's original Daredevil Born Again's writing team and basically direction.
I think weren't they filming too?
I don't know if they were that far, but they basically just came in and said, "Nope, this ain't good enough," and said, "We're scrapping all y'all, and we're gonna bring in new people and redo it." So that's good news though, that they bringing in the Punishers dude to do it, because he's like the next closest guy that has that like
grittiness,
or even idea of how gritty it needs to be to like fit Daredevil. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Well.
No, I think, dude, the future's bright for Spider-Man. The future's always bright for Spider-Man.
He's a staple of Marvel.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I was going to ask, I mean, because I guess, is Iron Man the Superman in Marvel? Or now that he's gone, is that Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, bro.
You think that's him?
He's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Downey, shout out to him, but like he set off as far as this MCU.
Well,
universe.
I'm forgetting. This might sound super. That might have sounded. We're forgetting Captain Marvel. And like most powerful, like I'm.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's the strongest for sure,
but I guess the
Spider-Man's
most
Spider-Man's the iconic. He's the most iconic for sure. So, you know, as long as these films are good, and you know, he's gonna have a huge thing as far as with the Secret Wars.
Take your time with these Tom films. That's the other thing I was gonna say. Take your time with this trilogy.
Take your time. Don't rush it, and we should be good. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about Spider-Man, of course, and yeah. I think. Do you have anything else to say? You want to add as far as the episode? Or
Honestly, dude, I mean, dude, this was a solid episode. I think of talking about Spider-Man. We hit on a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Hit on all the movies. We ranked the movies.
For sure.
I love talking about Spider-Man. Or my guy Spider-Man.
Hey, shout out to TD for keeping the mask on the entire time.
I can't wait to get this bitch off. I'm itching, dude.
Yeah,
my hair is starting to come down like in between my nose. Like
I was done after like 2 minutes.
This mask might be a little wet when I take it off. I'm just kidding. I'm not that hot, but no, dude, this was fun episode. Talking about my favorite character, which I guess that's the beauty of how much Spider-Man content there is. We're always gonna be talking about him, so I'm pumped. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the episode.
We appreciate you guys.
Oh, absolutely. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Keep leaving those top fives. We're definitely going to continue to talk about them. You can leave us any type of top fives. It could be video games, collectibles, anime, does not matter. And we will definitely talk about it here on the podcast and give you a shout out. So,
we have one last thing.
Oh, yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at the Rising of the Dreamerverse. Follow us on Twitter. What is it?
Twitter is capital TROTD podcast.
Cool. Yeah.
I couldn't get the full name on there.
And you have a TikTok, Rising of the Dreamerverse. You'll be seeing a lot of our content. And just follow us. You can we prefer if you guys leave reviews, of course, as we mentioned, but you can leave your top fives in those comments as well. So, and
I guess you actually kind of reminded me. Keep an eye out. Stay tuned. We'll make some announcements on Instagram and social media and all that. But YouTube, we will be having our YouTube will be getting kind of finalized and ready to go here over this next week, and our goal is to have some YouTube videos up by the following weekend, where we're gonna start uploading all of our podcast videos that we record here for you. So if you don't want to just watch them on Spotify, you can watch them on there as well. And then we're gonna also get into doing some other things, for example, some tier lists, regarding anime characters, animes, superheroes, gaming, all of that kind of stuff. And then we also plan to do some playthroughs. Maybe we'll do some Spider-Man. We'll do some Spider-Man, maybe a Spider-Man 2 playthrough for you guys. And of course, any new upcoming popular game that is coming out that you guys might want us to check out, or you guys want to see us play.
Yeah, let us know,
and we'll definitely we'll get it and maybe make some videos for you guys. So yeah, you got anything else, man?
And keep on listening, guys. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time on the Rising of the Dreamerverse.
Peace.